You know, I'm fucking still a hood rat, man. I'm still living in a hood, getting involved in all sorts of shit. I grew up without parents. My mother died when I was like 7. My father died when I was 10, so I grew up very feral, doing anything I fucking wanted at any time. When my friends would go to school and have to be home at like 6 o'clock for tea, I'm looking, what the fuck's tea? You know what I'm saying? So I was quite unruly, and there was, like I said before, there was a few of us like that who lived in Newport, in England. We had one parent or no parents, and we do what the fuck we wanted. I went to school every day. You know I went to school every day? For school dinners, bro. Because I knew I was going to get a meal. So growing up for me was a struggle, but it's a memorable, it was a happy struggle. You know what I'm trying to say? A crew of us used to hang around the streets in Newport. We were all street hustlers, you know, mothers prostitutes, fathers alcoholics, all that kind of stuff. So we were all a kindred spirit. We hung around like teenagers. So we got into robbing people who wanted a weed, they'd come down to where we lived. You know, and that's the sort of life we lived, you know. And when I was terribly known for, if you came down to the area and you was a thief, in order to get down to the people who would give you the money, you had to pass my little troll bridge. And I was on that bridge like a troll on a Saturday afternoon, taking the stuff off the shoplifters. Because as far as I'm concerned, they've been fucking stealing anyway, it's stolen anyway. But they take the chance, and when they come down to the hood, I'd be taking the stuff off them. And then I'd have the main people who's supposed to be buying the stuff coming to me and like giving me shit about taking the stuff off the people. You know, that's the sort of stuff that we used to do. Petty crime shit, but it got us through.
I was the guy or the kid that had the dream and would be the dreamer kid and would speak about it openly. You know, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be in a fucking band. I want to play. I want to be a rock star. I want to do all of that. That's happening. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be trying to do this. I didn't give myself any options, to be honest. I was hell-bent on doing this from when I was younger.
I think I'm sat here because of luck, chance, you know, hard work, luck, you know, being fortunate. And I think that's a big part to play in with anyone who kind of, you know, is in the right time and the right place, which you can't really quantify and say, that's how you do it.
I've only been good at fucking the music things. You know, even when we were kids, punk rockers, we used to go to this club called the Students' Union, and we used to go down there, and sometimes we go there in the afternoon, and I grabbed the mic. I wasn't supposed to grab the mic, but I grabbed the mic. And the kids who I was with, they'd be in fucking awe, going, how'd you do that? I was just fucking singing the Sex Pistols or singing fucking Champ 69 or UK Subs with a punk band playing behind me, like. Kid, I'm fucking 11, 12, like. And all my friends on the bus would be like, how'd you do that? How can you do that? You know, I was into the Rasta thing as a kid growing up because, you know, I just identified with being black, but at the same time, the rock thing and the punk rock thing was pulling on my heartstrings just as much, you know, and I wanted to do something which represented me. My family's from St. Kitts, well, my father's from St. Kitts, my mother's from Cardiff, but having like these things pulling at you, I didn't want to pretend I was from Jamaica. I'm not pretending I'm from Jamaica. I'm just doing a fucking voice, you know. And it's like, as a kid growing up, like I said, like the yellow bicycle to like fucking Barrington Levy, I heard it, I did it, and I sang it, and people believed it. So when I started doing all that dancehall shit, around my 13, 14, listening to Billy Boy or Little John, all these great Jamaican artists, and impersonating them and doing the thing, people would be like, fucking hell, he's good, isn't he? I'm any different from what I am now on stage, I don't think. I don't think I'm putting it on when I go out there. You know, I might stand a bit more Superman-ish, you know, the poses, but I ain't no different, I don't think. And people say that. My sister comes and sees me and she don't like the fucking music. She thinks the music's rubbish. But she says that it's amazing that you're being naughty like you would be as a kid. And thousands of fucking people are loving it.
Let me just say, kill the power! That was a bag of shit. That was fucking crap. Let me just say, kill the power! Fuck off! Fuck off. Let me just say, kill the power! You see, fucker? You fucking see, bitches?
This drummer that I knew through friends, and he was like, oh, I'm jamming with Benji from Dub War, and I was like, no, wait. And I didn't even consider, you know, him going, hey, do you want to have a jam? I was just like, oh, no, wait, that's really cool. You know, I remember being in the room and set up and waiting, and then this little boy came in, and he just came in and literally just poked me, and it was like, hey, can you play that? Can you play Cypress Hill? Dum, 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 dum. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, go on then, kind of thing, this little kid. And I was like, all right. So I started playing it, and then he grabbed the mic, this little kid, and he just started singing, and it was Benja's son, Kingsley, right? And he was real little. And I was like, all right. And then Benj came in and was like, how's it going, mate? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, cool.
So Dan Postley was like 19, 18, and he came to Wales to live. And I thought that was pretty ballsy of him to come to Wales to live, because Newport's a bit fucked up. Heavy town, quite a heavy town for some kid who don't sound Welsh.
Ginge, the old drummer from Dub War, started sticking his head around the door, like walking back from where, you know, where via there, and saying, oh, what are you doing, what are you doing? Ginge and Jeff really came as a team, you know, kind of thing. So we ended up playing with those, you know, those guys were like, hey, if you want to do something, like, we'd be really interested.
Come on, man, yeah. Think to the camera.
Released the first record, two guys leave the band, and it was just me and Benj, and then we were looking for new people.
The original Dub War guys who were in Skindred decided to leave, and I think Ginge said to Benji that he'd seen me play in my old band and to check me out, and that's how it came about, really.
Skindred International, few martial up partial. Along with the man like Dirty Aria, Mikey D, Benji J. Also Gaggins.
And I see what they call risks. I come from Pure. Where would you come from? Nah, we won't all fit in there.
So go and stand by the thing there.
No, go on, go on.
Ready?
Go on in, yeah, man. This is backstage at the Cavern Club in the United Kingdom. What's the rhyme for the camera, kid?
What's on, man?
I will. Oh, the Cavern Club's great, small and thing. Everybody comes down to watch me sing. Goes in the club around quad at the 6, do a sound check, can't get the right mix. Everything's cool and everything's great. Along to my wife and my little one mate. We start to talk and we start to rhyme. Everything is doing is right on time.
Yeah, you know, we started off playing at the Barfly and the Underworld in London, and you know, now we're at the point where we're doing Brixton Academy and sort of Wembley Arena and those things. As a guy joining a band 13 years ago, I would have never thought we would have got to that point.
With Skindred, I like it more because you've got people that have worked very, very hard for a very long time, and you know, developed into a fantastic entity that actually hadn't been put in front of the general industries. Certainly in Europe, it hadn't been put in front of the European music industry at all.
You know, we wrote stuff for Babylon, but we just wrote. It wasn't for the next record. It was just as soon as we got together, we learned this, you know, I learned the set, and then it was time to write. It was like, that's what we do. We write music.
Nobody's a weird one because it was kind of like, it was sort of effortless, really. We kind of like, we got this bit, and it was kind of just there. And when we did the record with Howard, I mean, he really sculpted Babylon, you know, but that was not a song that he was interested in, really. But so it's sort of ironic that it kind of became the song that we are in America, no doubt in my mind, we're most known for that.
My song, we come to take over. MC, you better look over your shoulder. Yeah, you know, we are on over now.
Skindred rocks!
You guys are awesome.
Touring America blew the door wide open of expectations for the band. I had no idea you could sell as many records as we did. I didn't think a band like us was ever going to be that.
The official figure is 180,000 copies of Babylon in the US since last August. It's not so bad, is it? I mean,
we were getting played on mainstream radio and being played on mainstream TV, and people were enjoying it, and that was great because there were no other British bands doing that at the time.
We are in the NBC television studios doing the Conan O'Brien show. Check it out.
And then music guest this evening, Skindred is on the show. And there's Matt Weinberg, Matt 27. Matt, I'm gonna see it.
I just been for a piss next to Kevin Spacey. It was amazing. That wasn't like amazing, but like I was like.
we're in there doing this video, yeah, about reggae and all that.
I didn't realise we could make a $250,000 video, and then when we did, I was like, why the hell did we spend $250,000 on a video?
I'm ready. Thank you, got it, thank you.
We've had a few experiences with like green screen stuff where literally you are being made to wriggle around on a mat on the floor, convincingly, like you're tearing yourself off a page, and literally the director is shouting at you through a megaphone while the music's blaring, and it's just like Zoolander, you know, just dance, monkey, dance.
I was in trouble that time then. I showed him nothing, man. He was talking too much, and it's not.
Touring America, you can't really quantify it too much. It's hard to explain. We did arena tours playing in front of, 10, 15,000 people every night. They knew the songs, they knew the band. It was the dream.
Whereabouts in Montana are we?
Fucking Hickville, dog.
Let's fucking kick ass! My dog.
Ghost frickin' Busters.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I want to shave down.
Jiggling, baby.
Enjoy yourself! Life's too short!
Don't be stupid.
I'm serious.
A sexual photo shoot.
A dirty sexual photo shoot.
Dude, he's like he's perverted.
I'm gonna dress you guys up. I'm gonna dress you guys up in latex and hip boots, and we're gonna get down. Latex, hip boots,
This is the shit
Nazi
we're gonna
pants,
put. And that's why he's not well.
Little Hitler mustaches. It's gonna be so sexy. Come film the van cleaning party, which we need to have while it's warm.
And clean the van.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Get him.
Wait a
You
second.
can film all this crap later.
As things started getting serious and we were, they wanted us to tour more, they were like, well, you can't have the bus. We're going to put you in a van. And we were all like, yeah, that's great. We've done van tours, we've toured forever in bands. We know exactly what that's like. 2 years later, it's a different story, you know.
So there was like 3 other seats, but it was me, Mikey, Aria, Stubbs. And so we'd sort of switch around, you know, and sometimes you'd have a seat. Sometimes you'd just, if it got too much, like you try and lay on the floor, but there was like weird little rails on the floor that grate into your ribs.
You know what, man, I swear, you're on tour, you're on your bed, you go to bed, you drive in the van all day, and then you get to an hotel like this, and look at the time. This ain't afternoon, you know. You understand me? 4:30, Isis is wide awake is, can't fall asleep, sis. You know what I mean?
We were on tour, and at the time, my mum had cancer, and she was very much like, I want you to go to America to do what you're doing. It wasn't looking great, but she was just saying, like, I think you should go, and I was like, I don't, you know, I thought about it. I didn't really want to, in all honesty, but ended up doing it. And I had this conversation with my sister where she said if Mum was in a bad way, that she'd call, and just, she would say, you need to come home, and I would go, okay, you know. I woke up really early, and my sister was calling me and was just like, you've got to come back. This was the day of the first show, you know, saying, you've got to come back. Mum's, it's really bad. And then my sister called back and then just saying, like, Mum's gone, you know. We had a few hours drive, and I just remember sitting in the van and it being really quiet, and because everybody knew, obviously, and we'd spoken about it and kind of said, you know, I was like, if you feel like you can play the shows without me, like, do it. I'm in this ecosystem where everybody else is depending on me, you know. If I don't play, they don't get paid, you know. So it's like we're really important to each other, you know.
It wasn't until the Babylon cycle was over, it was a full-on world tour, you know, going everywhere, doing everything, and then it was time to record.
First hit of the album. Yeah, we're going to do Roots Rock Riot, I believe. A song called Roots Rock Riot first. Good luck, Ar. Thanks, dude. I'm not started yet. I'm not ready yet. Just pretend. Okay.
Calling is an emergency, and I'm only dialing because it's necessary.
That was great.
What was that, Matt?
That was great. You've got the Elephant Man in your band.
The first song we wrote, you know, that made the record was Rude Boy for Life. And I think that was the second song we ever wrote together. And we wrote that in 2002. And so we were writing for a long time, 5 years before that album came out. You know, Rat Race came out, and you know, it's still one of our biggest songs. Trouble, they're big songs that the fans like. You know, we play them live because they get a reaction, and you know, people are into them. They never had the videos to back it up. They never had the single releases. They didn't have the push that the other records had. So it seemed to go under the radar a little bit, and we lost momentum a lot.
How did you guys feel about that?
If you want it, you got to rise and take it. Got to wake up and run and get to see this. Stars for something, or you fall for anything.
Shark Bites was a stopgap for me. It was something that had to happen. It's a cool record, and there's some cool songs on it.
There's a great feeling when you walk up with a band that is the Undercard. that delivers more than everything above it.
Being on the road is why you get into a band.
A world of travelling and seeing all kinds of places I would never have thought I'd get to see before.
We've accomplished so many amazing things I didn't think were possible. Every year, something I get to go, wow, I never thought I'd ever do that, or I've always wanted to do that.
No matter where I play, it's a chance to bring a sunshine vibe, to bring a good element.
But it's one of those things, when you get there, you want the next one in the series, you want to go up to the next one, so.
Next week, where is it we're going? Well, we want to sell out the Barfly, 175. Okay, Barfly. Where is it next? Academy, 800. Done. Where next?
Holy shit, we've just doubled our audience. Like, this room's twice the size of this room.
It's the Electric Ballroom, 1,000, 1,200. Next. Forum, next. Brixton, next. Wembley.
Harry is like just a beast on the drums, you know, when I look behind him, he's a powerhouse.
If I'm ever having a bad gig, if I'm ever having a shitty gig, I can always turn around and see Aria losing his shit behind the drum kit, beating the crap out of those drums. And it's always encouraging, and it's sort of that motivation that you need to kind of give a shit.
He's just become this like monster behind the kit now. He sounds great, like the way he hits the drums.
I've always loved watching those bands where I watch the drummer, and I feel like if I was watching Skindred, I'd want to watch the drummer because he goes nuts. He's like a little Tommy Lee. He's like Tommy Lee, just going apeshit behind a drum kit, you know. You know, that's what makes a good live band, is being exciting, you know, exciting to watch. He's been a driving force behind the band, sort of, you know, physically on stage and literally off stage as well. Aria has a big hand in how the band works and the organisation of things, sort of behind the scenes. That's something that people don't know, is that he's really, really hands-on. I wouldn't be sat here now talking if Aria wasn't involved. I think we probably would have been done a long time ago.
I'm Benji, I sing for Skindred.
Having Benj at the front is the dream every musician wants.
Being on stage with Benji means that you don't have to worry about anything.
He is the most sort of naturally gifted, frustratingly amazing musician that I know.
You know, we've got one of the best frontmen in the business, jumping up and down, doing what he does, that no one else can do.
Like school kid enthusiasm, like he comes in, you know, and gets excited about like everything. But it's amazing how fast he can pull stuff together. You leave him for a minute and then he does it, but he does it like way better than you could even imagined it. That's awesome. That is awesome.
You get desensitized to the fact that he's incredibly talented, effortlessly amazing at what he does, and just a real performer. And you get desensitized to that, and you see other bands and you think, oh, this is shit, this is crap. I don't know, he's just like born to do that, you know what I mean? There's not often in life you meet people who are doing what they were put on the earth to do, if you know what I mean.
That charisma he has, which is just a natural charisma, is something that, you know, not every band has, and every band wants. You know, every band wants that. You know, everyone wants to stand behind Mick Jagger or David Bowie, you know, the great frontman, and I put him in that category, I really do. That's no bullshit, I put him in that category. I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
When you're writing and playing with a guy like Dan, he's an absolutely fantastic bass player.
Dan brings so much intellect about music. His role in the band is so crucial. Him and Benji, their dynamic. Those two together bring, I think, the eclecticness of Skindred.
Dan Pugsley is like my rock. He's like Peter. You know, Jesus said, and I will build my church on this person, on Peter. He will be my rock. Dan Pugsley is like my rock. If I ever have a problem in the band, no matter what it is, I go to Dan. Now, maybe you don't want to hear it, but he never seems to not want to hear it. Maybe he's just yesing me to death, but he does a good fucking job at yesing me to death because it comforts my soul.
No one really can do what Dan does. He's a really, really unique player. He brings so much to the table, and I think he's such a big part of the chemistry, musically, of what Skindred does.
Mikey's a great guitar player, and he's become, from when I first met him, to now, it's just it's insane how good he is,
He brings the riffs, he brings the feel. His guitar playing's about feel, and that's what I liked about Mikey. And I've played in bands before, and you've got the technician, and then you've got the feel guy. Mikey's the feel guy, and I think that's great.
You'd be doing something, and then out of nowhere, Mike will bring a massive riff, and you just know instantly, yeah, okay, that's working,
Attitude-wise, he's the joker, he's the funny guy, and he brings light relief a lot of the time, because he is so funny.
That kid used to make me laugh, man, more than anyone on the planet. He used to really, really, it's like he used to walk around with my funny bone in his pocket and just play with it, and it just make me laugh at some of the shit he used to say and do, and some of his voices and his accents. I think Mikey Demas can be one of the most funniest people on the planet, and I think touring with him has been some of the funniest times in my life.
We sort of had Dan Sturgis as a live member of the band, and then we made him a full member of the band. And the idea of that was we didn't want to have just stuff on track. We didn't want to have things on tape that was just rolling in the background. We're a live band, and we're known for being a good live band. And we wanted to have a guy who was responsible for that side of things live and could bring that stuff to the table too.
It is like family, and your relationships are complicated, but there is love at the core.
There's a little bit more to Skindred than just a band. I think it's a brotherhood in Skindred.
I guess we sort of saw each other as brothers on some level. And so, you fall out and you fight with your brothers, but you generally always make up again.
Well, you do get, it's inevitable. You're in a relationship, you're in a marriage with four other guys, you're gonna get into it. Could be over fucking them not sitting next to you at dinner, or everyone saying I'm going to dinner, and then you go out and it's all gone already. It's just stupid little fucking things that doesn't really matter on a big ship,
Any of the bust-ups we've had have always been relatively minor, or, it would be over something so stupid, just like rubbing someone up the wrong way for weeks and weeks and weeks on end, and then something so silly would just tip someone over the edge, and then, there's this huge kick-off. I've only had one punch off someone in the band. That was Aria punched me once because I threw an entire pint of beer over him. Stupid things like that, and it was over in seconds.
It is a brotherhood, and we're, at the end of the day, we're 5 people on that stage. We're the only 5 that go through what we go through. Everyone else comes with us, the crew come with us, everyone sees it, the crew go through all the crap travelling sometimes, and the highs and the lows, and obviously the management are involved and all that. But at the end of the day, it's up to us 5 to put on that show. And sometimes I think we forget that and actually appreciate what we do, if you know what I mean.
There is something that can be said for having these highs of performance, because you kind of come crash landing home from, 6 weeks away of high volume, late nights, booze flying everywhere, and then you kind of come home and have to kind of just go whoosh and stop. And everything's very slow. That kind of contrast is a hard one to get your head around. And I think that's what fucks a lot of people up, to be honest.
When someone comes home and has a shitty day at work, they leave that behind. I go on stage sometimes, or do a video, or do a photo shoot, or an interview, or we're writing. It's non-stop, and I think that's the weirdest thing. It's your work life, your family, it's everything when you're out on the road.
I don't think there's an off switch for this game. You are who you are all the time, and I try to be that guy. Like I said, if I'm cooking a meal for you, or we're fucking painting a fence, I'm still that guy Benji from Skindred. There's no okay, I'm Benji from Skindred now, and I'm going out with my girlfriend to the movies. There's no I'm different now. Fuck that. I want to be the same guy all the time. I enjoy being myself, and too many people don't. If I want to wear weird clothes, I want to wear them. If I want to go around the shop in a fucking top hat and tails, I'm going to do that just to buy a packet of cigarettes. Fuck it. Life's too short. Before you know it, they're throwing dust on you and they're going, remember him. And I want them to say, remember him, that fucking crazy black guy.
We're rolling.
Let's go.
Union Black, we had good surroundings. We were in a Brit Road, being a fucking amazing studio with history. We were in somewhere where we all wanted to be. We're in London recording, and we'd never been there before.
Here we are, Britannia Row Studios.
All right.
I be a vexation, I run through my brain. Yes, I'm vexed at all of them again.
This is the story of show time. My favorite singer that a sugar my heart. Every time they come here, I feel mind up the card. Watch the way we walk in a feel with our style. That's the way we wicked and watch the way we wild. Say me like baked beans and me not like baked spaghetti.
Sounds pretty sick.
Where are we at now?
I don't know. Ask the producer. Ask the producer. I don't know. Where are we, James? Oh, he's shy.
James is a really talented guy. He sees the vision of the band and what we are as individuals and what we bring to the table individually. The first record we did with him, Union Black, there was still P's and Q's.
Keep the tail on as the other one.
Yeah. On Union Black, it felt like some of the stuff we were doing was kind of like almost like problem solving, where it wasn't that we weren't necessarily ready to go in the studio, but we weren't as ready as we could have been.
On Union Black, I think a lot of the tracks that were written, half written going into the studio, were taking to a level where they were almost there and not quite.
It's not fully one fucking song. Tell me a song I have said, fuck you, I'm not going to change it. Tell me one.
Okay, like every single song that we've ever said.
The motherfucking
in the
stuff.
end, yeah. And
well, there you go. As long as you get it, as long as you, I'm going to bitch about it. What am I saying? I'm going to bitch.
I've been banging on about this stuff for the last 2 weeks. I've been told to shut up every time I brought it up.
Who told you shut up?
No one told me to shut up, but I've been assured that it's all in hand.
Who's assuring you? Because
James fucking The Rock.
So the producers basically
saying, I know, I'm fine, I know what I'm doing here, it's all sorted, I know exactly what's happening here.
Well, if he knows, I think we just, what's it called? He's not here to guide us through. And he needs to fucking come and guide us through. But today
I've been banging on about, it's not going to be like that at the end of the day, is it? And I've got fed up of fucking asking.
My opinions have not changed
But
since
I
Friday.
think so. Don't let an intro on Warning, ruin it for you,
or living a lie.
It's loose ends, man. I think it's the one loose end. I think it's just there's so many of them. Do you know what I mean? It's not the one.
Let's make a fucking intro then. No,
that's all. There's quite a few question marks, but we don't know how they start.
Okay.
No, in all honesty, I've never been in a fucking band that's done guitars before vocals. That's all I'm trying to say.
We have to do.
I just want to get the guitars out of the way.
Well, we're one song away from
What?
finishing the guitar.
What are you talking about?
Well, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm talking about fucking. I've never been in a band that don't do guitars before vocals, bruv. That's what I'm talking about. Normally, the guitarist accompanies the fucking vocals, bruv. That's what I'm talking about. You understand that part?
Yeah, I understand.
Good. That's all I'm trying to fucking say.
Well, yeah.
I remember doing loads of guitars before the vocals were finished on Roots Rock Riot. Loads of them. I
think, you know.
So there's all this talk about I've been in bands before doing this. Like, you've been in this band the longest, bro. It's like
what?
This is the band you've been in the longest.
Well, no, I don't think
you have.
We don't need to have an argument about this.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just straightening it out.
I
feel like it's like a bone of contention or something. I don't want
No contention, bro. No contention. I'm just trying to drink some wine and be happy with my friends. What the fuck?
You were kind of getting a bit aggressive with me before.
Well, that's the way I talk.
Well, then you're not trying to be friendly with me. You're trying to be aggressive with me. See what I'm saying? Like,
no.
No,
but what I'm trying to say is, like, you're freaking out about fucking guitars, right?
I'm not freaking out.
Then who is it? Some cunt is. I know it's not fucking me.
Yeah, you want... James, right, this isn't the time or place. We're in the studio to track stuff. What I'm saying is, I'm in no hurry to get out of here. I'm here to track guitars. I've been here the whole time.
Mike, we've all done parts, bro. We've all done our little parts. We've all done, like, fucking guitars, drums, and it's an ongoing process,
With Union Black, it was a massive change because everything we'd done up to then, we'd done in the USA with, like, an American producer, and that had its own merit entirely, but I think for a British band coming back to Britain and doing a British album in a British studio, etc., made a big impact on the sound.
Go on.
Fucking bastard. One Skindred chorus, written. And this one is a ballad called Get It Now.
Isn't that kid bass nectar at all?
No, I knew that.
Oh, dude, bass nectar will fucking
I don't know what to
wig
And
you
he's
out. It's that
gonna
whole, like, whoa, 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 whoa.
do some vocals on
It's
the
Skrillex.
track.
Yeah.
Or two.
It's
I don't
like
know.
in the same kind of
We'll see,
scene.
it's quite exciting scenario.
Skrillex, that song.
It was a long time ago when I met Jacoby from Papa Roach. First time I met was in Miami. And I went straight up to him and I said, yo, bruv, get a guitar, man, let me start with you. And he said, hey, man, you're the guy from Skindred, right? I said, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. We just broke down and spoke, and he said, I'd love to tour with you.
In the studio with Skindred. I'm Jacoby. I feel like Chris Cornell singing a Rage track right now. Fuck.
Let them know. You better warn them and let them know.
Cool.
Anger management is what they are needing, 'cause bones getting broken and noses are bleeding. Them again. I try to exercise the demons, but I still get mine like riot.
I want to do the first line. Tell them so, I tell them right now. I just want to get the end of the phrase right.
Okay, bro.
We all felt really good about Union Black.
You know, it was a great rock album, and I really loved it.
When Union Black came about, there was this whole thing about wanting to prove ourselves.
Cut the fucking mid-range, mate. Alright, come on now, let's be serious for a minute.
Next, we'll see you on the fucking road, man. On the fucking road.
We finished making the record, so get the fuck out of my studio. That was awful.
Doing the New Bot Helicopter, a download for the first time, was pretty much a big buzz for me. I thought that was amazing. I didn't know what the people were going to do or how I was going to turn out. But I said, I just wanted to do something for me. So I took off my shirt, held it up, took up the towel or whatever it was, and just set on 4. And I looked around, and the more people took their shirts off, the people next to them was taking their shirts off, and the next one was taking their shirts off, and the next one was taking their shirts off, until I'm looking in front of like 30,000 people with their shirts raised in the air, and on 4. Wow. It was just rocking to see that many people doing, not what I said, it's not about what I say, but having that unity together, being that touched by the music that they all felt, that I was talking to them personally and they wanted to take their T-shirts off and hold them in the air. I thought that's pretty much a great point I'll take to the grave and go, wow, that was cool.
The tough times, I think, is something we never talk about. I mean, I think the partying, it's more about picking your battles now. I remember getting panic attacks. That was the first time I thought, this is gonna have to slow down. And I'm not the first guy in the band that suffers with that. On the Korn tour, we were doing these arenas every night, and we were first on, and then it was the world's your oyster. Suddenly my drinking tolerance went way up, you know, and I would party and I would hang out, and I wasn't sleeping for those reasons, you know, and I'm in a van, I'm traveling, I wouldn't sleep, and I just feel like shit every day. And I remember having a panic attack, thought I was gonna fucking die. It was awful. It was the first time I'd had it.
No, tell them what happened to you.
I had trouble breathing. I'm a little exhausted.
I think, you know...
Tour exhaustion has gotten to me at this point.
Really, innit? Not even joking, though.
Not even joking, I've been burning the candle at both
The record label were throwing this party for a band that we were on tour with, and it was just endless drinks, and I just ended up just getting so obliterated. Woke up the next day and I woke up like my bed was warm and I'd been sick, you know, while I was asleep, which is like, could kill me. And that was wake up call, like periodically. I reckon every 3 years I probably have a wake up call at some point during touring, you know, like that was, laugh about it, but it's not really funny, you know.
You know, alcohol definitely became one sort of way of numbing any kind of reality. You know, you have these highs of being on stage, you come off stage, you try to keep that going, combined with any sort of stress or anxiety you're feeling at the time, you're kind of looking for something to kind of dull that. And yeah, for me, alcohol was a big problem on tour, because when you can get to the point where you can drink like, you know, a 10-pack of beer, 2 bottles of wine, sniffing around for whiskey at like, you know, 2 o'clock in the morning, and do that 6-7 nights a week, something's going wrong. So, you know, at some point you need to sort of, I, you know, didn't have any kind of intervention or anything like that. I just had one with myself and said, enough's enough. So I just knocked it on the head. And it was the best thing for me to do, really. I feel like I headed it off at the pass, do you know what I mean? Before it became a big problem. I think when we began writing for Kill the Power, we wanted to try and obviously write bigger songs.
I thought the interesting part was the fact that the first songs played, the first 4 songs played were very, very much what I call songs, which Skindred don't normally do, which is what I've wanted them to do.
I think it's really important that we kind of have this kind of crazy thing to us, but then have these songs that are totally us, totally sound like us, but they just, you know, just go in a bit deeper.
We're only
Web, yeah, I got Web.
Anything that you don't get emotional about?
Everything I get, ask them boys, man, I get emotional about every blood clot thing. Not a thing on the planet I don't get end up about. So I roll, Star, can't help it.
Every time you do, are you ready for the best?
I'm singing songs. Okay. A little bit more than that then. Okay. Run things, Big Jims, watch your ride. Show you, teach you, warn about a test the ninja.
You wanna let it out.
No, that's wrong, love, that's wrong. You're doing it fucking wrong, get it right. It's fucking shit. Well, I've had a good day here today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've had a real good day. I've been sat here all day and I'm moved the muscle, but everything I've been hearing is quite exciting. Mikey was trashing shit out of the guitars. Addy had just done some amazing things upon the drums on one of the tracks called We Live for Love. And I'm quite excited because I got this guy coming up. His name is Russ Ballard, and he's coming up to help us structure a few tunes. And we've never had anybody do that before to us. I went to his house the other day with Dan, and it seemed like, you know, we could vibe up together.
I know, it just sounds a little bit fucking like 10-thumbed at this tempo.
Yeah, I mean, just make it less of a like classic rock solo. Make it more like a sort of a nice melody sort of thing.
Can't really. Benji.
Hey!
The important Dan Bristol.
Hello, Dan Bristol.
What up?
Fucking hey.
Hey!
Excellent.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Working with James is great. I worry that maybe we've got a little bit too over familiar with him because we just rag on him the entire time.
Airs and graces went out the window. It was like, you're this, you're that. You know, we rode him hard as well. He's a good sport. He's a good sport. He takes a joke.
I never want to see that ever again.
That's really cool.
Keep it. Nice. Nice work.
I think I need to write down the part, the bridge. You know, the helicopter just reached the station. Okay, let me write that down there. Can you play for me the original?
I want to get on with it. I don't want to be fucking staying around here talking about shit. I just want to play. Make the record.
Go in there. I tell you what, you go in your little bit.
I don't want to go in my little bit because I'm going to sit there for ages going, yeah, what do you think of that? Well, the last thing I just did, I said, oh, can I listen to it? And he goes, oh, it sounded great. And I go, you know what, I didn't play the hi-hats in that whole take. Yeah, really?
That was great. Well done. No, I'm just saying on stuff on camera, so it makes me, when it's edited, looks like I really care about your feelings.
I'm not filming.
He's not even filming. What a twat.
Okay.
And you were coming up with some nice stuff.
Well, I can't do it on my own. I just
Well,
need
that's fine.
team effort.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know, because I ain't gonna know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's things I do. Dan goes, that's fucking good, and I don't know if it's good or
Yeah.
not.
Well, that's cool.
You know, so I don't
We
mind.
can-
I'll sing
we
my
can-
fucking guts out, but I just need
No, that's fine.
team effort to go. As much as it might be boring for y'all and all that, but
You can do that.
need team effort to go. That's good. That's bad.
It's basically just da 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 da.
Yeah.
Just whatever you want to hit instead of the da.
Just don't think it sounds very good anyway.
I think it's
Let me have a listen.
but you know, it's only a feel. I think we're wasting time on it.
Let's have a listen.
It shouldn't be that big a deal.
Let's have a listen.
What's not that big a deal?
You see the way I hear it.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck off. And you see, now you're gonna fuck yourself, see?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go make a cup of tea.
Yeah, you do that.
And then I'm going to come back.
I think with the recording and writing of Volume, it was a completely different animal to the recording and writing of Kill the Power, which is probably the hardest one. You know, and I remember when we finished that record and we were doing the press for that record, I felt we were telling porcupines. We were lying a little bit because people would ask, oh yeah, how was it? Oh, it was great. You know, it was really, it was easy, it was this. You know, we touched upon it, but that record was really hard. It was, you know, it was like inter-band turmoil and, you know, everyone was struggling. There was pressure from the label. It was, you know, it was like being, because we were signed to a new label and, you know, you had the meets and all that sort of stuff. There was pressure to like have these radio songs, be on Radio 1 and radio songs, and you're going to be on TV. And we should have known better because we've been doing this a while, and I think we started believing it. It's the ultimate mistake. It is the ultimate mistake. Never believe what they say.
You said we'd never do a song like this again because it always sounded like cheese on toast. And here we are, like 12.
Let's fuck it off then. Go on.
Shall we?
Fuck it. Let's just stop then. Right?
Please.
Let's just stop doing it then.
Thank you, Dan.
Can we just stop doing
Oh
it?
no!
Can we just stop doing it?
Shall we try the solo?
Okay, what, lad? This fucking cheese on toast stuff.
Ben doesn't want to do it, so let's just stop doing it.
No, I don't. You want to fucking sing it? Sing it yourself.
Let's just stop doing
I
it.
think we can try to find another different, like a different lyric or a different
I'll
fucking
try
melody
whatever
line. I think the
works.
tune is great.
Let's just do something else.
Nice reggae
right.
tune. I'm starting to
You know
like
what I
it.
mean?
Shall we try just the solo? Shall we just try the
Well,
solo?
I think it's cool, but if Benj isn't backing it,
I'm not backing
Yeah,
it.
no, yeah, but
he's gonna sing it. And
it's not finished. It's not finished. So you know, we have nothing to lose. You know, it's the day off today.
Well, go to fucking bed then. Don't start your fuckery again, you know.
I'm not starting any fuckery, bro, but I'm just sat in here and you're bitching about this
Bitching
song, like, but
me?
I just don't want to listen to you bitch about
Go
it.
to bed then.
Yeah, I'm not going to bed. I'm
Go
going
to bed.
the room.
Go near the fucking room. Go in
You
here.
know, let's just finish.
Shut up. Fuck off.
Sat there going.
Well, what do you want me to say? You want me to say? Well, go on then. Fuck off then.
I'll just fuck off.
Well,
because
tell
you
her
sat
then.
there
Stop
every
talking and
5
fuck off.
Okay, bro. All right.
I think we should finish the tune.
I think we should fucking burn it with all the other fucking songs we've ever done like this. Simple. You want to finish it, finish it.
Let's finish it, and then, you know, when it's done, we can judge it. If you
It's
like
judged. It's been judged 10 years ago when we did this shit. It don't work.
First off. Why don't you make it new?
I'm fucking bored in this motherfucker now.
Okay.
It just smells like pure farts here for some reason.
Anything ready for them.
I don't want you to sing it like that.
I'm fucking not. I'm not. Any man did the bone down there. I like the fire. The fire get light and everything alright, man. And then we sit on the beach and smoke a fat joint. Okay. The stuff you told me about.
Yeah.
Me today. And that's exactly what
Did you like that?
You ready, homie?
Yes, here we go.
Girl, the power. Wow. I like it. Whoa!
How will father with her ride?
How what fun it is to ride. How what fun it is to ride. How what fun it is to ride. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jingle. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Ho, 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 ho. Keep going, come on. Oh.
With a band like Skindred, the opportunities and the goals are endless. That's the special thing about the band. We're doing our own thing, and that's what we've always done.
So proud to be part of something that was genuinely unique. You know, like us or hate us, we're doing something that no one else does, no one else can do.
It's just a beautiful thing seeing it extend its reach further and further.
Festivals are things that Skindred feel very at home at.
I just want people to, like, who've never seen Skindred to go, fucking hell, that was a band you should have seen live.
The rush of playing in front of 500,000 people is something I can't really describe.
For that 40 minutes that they stand in front of us, at least I can say, I brought the world together.
I think with Volume, it's what I wanted Skindred to sound like when I joined them. It's what I thought they would sounded like. And so as a fan of the band, first and foremost, which I guess I have over the other guys, because I didn't know them, I wasn't connected, I was a fan, this is the record I would have wanted them to have made after Babylon or after Roots or Riot, whatever. It's a record, I think, for the fans.
We've explored all different kinds of avenues with the albums up till now, and I think this one's probably the most focused, the most guitar-y, riffy, aggro album we've made so far. Just wanted it to be heavy and in your face and, you know, driving music, you know what I mean? Like, music you want to play loud.
For me, you know, when I listen to them songs, all I think about is playing them live. Because of the energy, like I spoke about, that no band fucking seems to get. You watch bands, yeah, but no one seems to do what Skindred's doing. And I believe on Volume, on every fucking song, if we played any of them songs live, it would make a room go insane.
Compared to like Union Black or Kill the Power, the making of Volume, I think people knew what they were setting out to do.
Doing Volume, it was completely different. It was, we wrote and recorded in Bristol like we usually do, and it felt good.
That's cool. Yeah, that sounds really cool. So yeah, that worked then. Yeah, because I think then when we go into the big riff, we should all... That same kick pattern should be will be activated.
Volume, the whole record, we wrote pretty fast, really.
What I found really nice about writing the album in Bristol was the fact that, you know, we'd go into the rehearsal space, we'd work on the songs throughout the day. You know, I've gotta say, sometimes I'd leave feeling like shit, and then the next morning I'd listen to the music, and I just knew it was strong. I just knew that it felt live. It felt like we were sucking on the right tip. You know, and the milk was flowing, yo. Wicked.
So we wrote for all of October and we wrote for all of January. And then we were in Strong Room Studios for maybe 3 weeks in London, in Shoreditch, which was great because we were in central London and it was a very sort of buzzing atmosphere to be around every day. And we recorded the album in less than 4 weeks. I think it was like 3 and a bit weeks in February.
I liked the rate of work in doing that. And because it was written quite fast, the nature of it is quite riffy kind of tunes, you know, which is kind of, I guess people will probably say it's a bit more like our earlier kind of stuff, which is, you know, it's great. That's the exciting thing to me.
I think Volume is the record the fans have wanted us to make. I know it's the record we've wanted to make.
Graduation, that's what we want. Fuck the nation, that's not the answer.
Was the slider right as well?
No, it was really good.
Cool. You need to do it one more time, man.
Yeah?
So watch what you say. Don't say shit, fuck or bollocks.
I think with Volume, the best thing about it is that we were given completely free rein to do what we want, and I think it's really worked out.
Ain't no justice, there's only just us. Ain't no justice, there's only just us. You make it.
Next fish, anyone?
You haven't done
Could you do it in E.T.?
Yeah, of course. Run it.
Elephant Man.
Okay.
Oh, that guy from X Factor. You know the one I mean.
Ain't no justice, there's only justice. Ain't no justice, there's only justice.
I'm ready when you are, James. Let's do it. Strong.
Ain't no
Justice. Yeah, let's do it, James. Let's get it on. No justice.
There's only justice.
Yes, ain't no justice. No, there ain't no justice. There ain't no justice. There's no justice.
Ain't no justice, there's only justice.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Every day.
No, that's not the way. You see the youths them are going on every day, yo. We come and move that away. And if you ask me why, we have something to say.
When you listen to Union Black, going back to Union Black, we were on this like electronical kind of thing. But we ain't on that right now. And now Sturgis is in the band bringing the elements of the scratching and the real sounds that he would do live, it's making it more cohesive, making it more natural. You know, I do love all this wobbly bass sounds and all the rest of it, but I believe Volume is organic. It's a truth album.
This is a great rock band, you know. and it's got the influences of everything else, but it's a great, great rock band. And I was so conscious of doing what I do. I'm not a guitar player. I'm not coming up with the riff that makes you, you know, go insane. My background's in DJ work, like Mixmaster Mike and all that stuff, and then things like Massive Attack and these electronic elements. You've got to be so careful. It's like walking on a minefield, you know, it really, really is. And if you just get it wrong, before you know it, you sound like just one of those metal bands that's got a synth going, which was always my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare. There's no way I'm coming into this band doing that.
You know, if you're going to go out on the road for the next 3 years, there is no point whatsoever of going out on the road if we make the same album or an album that isn't better than the last thing that we did. It has to be a step up. So with the band, it's like, there is no point. I won't be managing it. You won't want to be playing it. None of us are going to want to do this. So let's like not waste anybody's time. Let's go in it and let's deliver something brilliant. And I think even the producer was probably looking at me shocked when I'm saying, you know, we're not doing that. You know, you're either, I'm not fucking managing it. If it's shit, if it's like, you know, we're making the same album as last time, forget it. Not interested. We've got to move upwards.
I think Volume is probably the most true to form stuff we've made in a long time. It's going to be the soundtrack to some of the greatest Skindred gigs that we've done, and that's very exciting.
So I think with this, it's a record, you know, it's for the fans, it's by fans, for fans of music.
Volume is great for Skindred all round because on one side it's going to remind people that we're a band that writes great albums, and we're already known for this great live show. So once we get those songs and put it into that live set, that's going to be epic.
And like I said, it's all about the live show. It's all about us 5 years. Bam, bam, ba-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da. When that drops, and then we kick into the songs, what comes after that? That's what it is for me. Records are great. I love records. I buy records as a kid. Albums are brilliant. But the fight is in the live. The fight is in the live, and I believe Volumes is going to make our live set much more of a monster than it was before.